Thank you. In learning outcomes, we will have overview of child health problems, why we are discussing child health problems and prevention and control of child health problems. We will have another presentation regarding prevention and control of child health problems, but we will discuss in this presentation a little bit. Uh, Child, legally, if we see a child is a person below the age of 18 years, unless laws of a particular country is said to legalize in UNICEF. But somewhere the child is considered till the age of 12 to 13 years. But legally, if we see, a child is considered until the age of 18 years. In Pakistan, if child attains the age of 18 years, he is no more a child. The main health problems encountered in the child populations are low birth weight, babies, malnutrition, infection, parasitosis, accidents, and poisoning behavioral problems. These are all problems are interrelated with each other. It doesn't mean that one problem cannot be triggered by other. They are interrelated. One problem is triggering, it can increase the other problems. First, we are going to discuss low birth weight babies. According to definition, baby in Pakistan, especially we are talking in Pakistan, a baby who is less than 2.5 kg or 200, 500 grams in Pakistan, the child is considered as a low birth weight baby. And in the European countries, this is above, we can say somewhere it is 3.5 kg, somewhere it's 4 kg. First weight of fetus are newborn obtained after birth, and it's the single most important determinant for three special indicators: survival, growth, and development of a child. If a person, if the baby is 2.5 kg or above, his survival rate is good, his growth can be good, and development will almost perfect. Importance of birth weight reflects health status of mother during adolescence, pregnancy, and quality of antenatal care. So, started in European countries, uh, healthcare is started from the adolescence of a female when she attains the age of 13 to 14 years. Health starts from adolescence and during uh, pregnancy period. And in pregnancy, especially, we do care of the antenatal visits. Ideally, there are 13 antenatal visits, but at least there should be 4 antenatal visits for good, proper care of the mother and child for both survival and development growth of the special baby. Uh, Problem statement is that 15.5% of all births are with low birth weight. More than 20 million infants worldwide, representing 15.5% of all births, are born with low birth weight. Uh, we can see from here that the problem is big, that 15.5% of all the newborns, they are with low birth weight babies. uh, any infant with a birth weight of less than 2.5 kg or 2,500 grams or less than 5.5 pounds within 1 hour of birth, regardless of gestation age. Uh, it is divided into three: low birth weight and very low birth weight and extremely very low birth weight. We will differentiate it in the next slide, these three ones. The preterm babies are intrauterine growth is normal, but they are born too early, means before 37 weeks of gestation. And due to preterm, most of the babies, they are born with low birth weight. Small for dates means babies born term, but due to any reason, certain due to mother or due to any disease or infection, birth and growth and development of baby was not ultimate. So due to that, when a baby is born at term, his weight is below 2.5 kg. By gestational age, a baby is called term baby when he or she is born between 37 to 40 weeks of gestation. Before 37 weeks, it's premature, and before 32 weeks, very premature, and before 28 weeks, extremely premature. Whenever we go from 40 weeks to 28 weeks, the survival rate of the babies, it's declining and decreasing. As I told, that low birth weight babies means less than 2.5 kg, and very low birth weight baby less than 1.5 kg, and extremely low birth weight less than 1 kg. Uh, the extremely low birth weight babies, they survive very rarely. They need oxygen, proper care, incubation, uh, each and everything, which is very mandatory, especially in hospital care. Causes of low birth weight babies, 50% causes are unknown. They are not known what was the cause of low birth weight, but 50% are known cases, which are divided into medical and social ones. So going into medical ones, maternal causes all high risk mothers except diabetes. Uh, in diabetes, babies are not born low birth weight. They are born above 2.5 kg, means sometimes 4 kg, sometimes 5 kg are born in diabetes. But on all high risk mothers, like high risk mothers are called when they are with hypertension, obesity, and infection, HIV, and when with people are very old age and very young age in pregnancy. Placental causes are placenta previa, congenital defects of placenta. Fetal causes are multiple gestations, pneumonias, intrauterine infections. In social causes, there's a poverty, illiteracy, ignorance, poor standards of living, lack of knowledge on family planning, early marriages, and smoking. So when there is a poverty, means the parents can't have resources to meet their daily needs, means nutrition of mother. If nutrition of mother is compromised, they will always be compromised. Illiteracy is one of the major causes, especially in Pakistan, because they don't know how to care, do self-care, and mothers don't have any knowledge or proper where to go if she's getting any problem at home, or for antenatal care, where to contact and whom to contact, and ignorance is also a problem, especially females. They are being ignored in nutrition, and if female is in pregnancy, so she is not provided a good nutrition or proper nutrition. Poor standard of living means less hygiene and such practices. They also impose on nutrition of the child. Lack of knowledge on family planning, they don't have knowledge, or they don't have resources to get such knowledge and practice it. Early marriage is also one of the cause. Females are being married at 13, 14 years, 15 years, if they don't know how to take care of yourself, so how will they do care of the child? Smoking is one of the major cause of the low birth weight babies. Prevention of low birth weight babies, direct causes, these are divided into, as we have already discussed previously, previously primary prevention and secondary and tertiary prevention. So in primary prevention, what we do that we give information and counseling and health education to the parents, to mother, to family, so they do exercise, they have a good nutrition, avoid from smoking, alcohol, and also to go to hospital for the good antenatal care. So this is primary prevention, but in primary prevention, this portion is called health promotion. We give information, and according to information, they promote their health. So avoid strenuous exercise, smoking and alcohol among pregnant mothers. These are the health promotions. And what we do, early detection and treatment of medical disorders such as hypertension, toxemia, and diabetes. This is also primary prevention. We do in this population. If a female is getting in any problems, she can go to doctor, and doctor will do checkup, and he can diagnose any problem, uh, especially in secondary prevention. Controlling of infections by early diagnosing and prompt treatment is malaria, UTI, rubella, syphilis, and toxoplasmosis, cytomegalovirus. These are the problems which occur during the pregnancy, and they can be dangerous for mother as well as the child, and to compromise the nutrition and growth of the child. Indirect causes, deciding age at marriage. Age shouldn't be, 20 years. If female is getting married about 20, and in 20s, it's a very ideal age, and she will be aware of her health and education, and also antenatal cares, and she can take care of herself and her child too. Deciding age of first child, if they are getting married early, then there should be a certain time period. If first baby is born within 20s, it's good, so that again I can say that mother can take care of herself and a child in 20s. Birth spacing, at least 2 to 3 years of birth space should be between the children, so that mother recovers from the pregnancy, and she will be she will get nutrition and good care, and after 2 to 3 years, she will be able to have another child without any problems, and deciding number of children. Uh, if any parent they have 2 to 3 children, they are sufficient, and so that they can provide nutrition, schooling, and other basic necessities to their children. Uh, when I was a student, my teacher raised a question. He raised a question that uh, for which people family planning is very mandatory. We all said that for families who are very poor, uh, and they can't sustain their life, and meet basic necessities of the children. He told us, you are right, but in Pakistan we are looking at only elite family who can afford many children. They are practicing family planning. They have only 2 to 3 children, although they can meet the needs of 10 children, but they are practicing. Or poor families, they are not practicing family planning, and they have at least 5 to 6 children, 10 children. So how can they meet the needs of the children, their nutrition, their schooling, their clothes, each and everything? So due to this, we are having problem, and due to what we are facing, that these children, they are working in workshops, and they are not being provided schooling and good education and clothing. Other problem in direct intervention is improvement of availability of health services to women, uh, especially a woman. Separate women health services should be established, and nearby health services should be established for the betterment of the health, and they should also provide antenatal care there, and these health services should be within reach of the women. Whenever they want, they can go over there and get counseling, get good primary education, and whatever they need. regarding health related problems. Improvement in environmental and socio-economic conditions, we are having problems like we have not poor hygiene and uh, uh, poor quality of water, and we don't have sanitation facilities. Due to these situations, we are having problems. Not only females, they are being affected, children and males also being affected. We have discussed first low birth weight baby. Now we are going to have a malnutrition. These are interrelated. Um, Low birth weight babies will be when they are not being fed very well. They go into the malnutrition, and if they are not being given good nutrition, it can cause low birth weight babies, stunting, and wasting and other problems. Malnutrition is simply deficiency of nutrition, most widespread condition which affects the health of the children. In malnutrition, two terms are used: undernutrition and overnutrition. Undernutrition is also malnutrition, and overnutrition is also. Consequences: more prone to infection and slow recovery, slow growth. If they are malnutrition, undernutrited children, or overnutrition, they are prone to infections. Any infection can come over and they will be infected. So slow growth and do not achieve full physical and mental. Physical means growth, and mental potential means development. So this is a vice versa. Infection causes malnutrition, malnutrition causes infection. Now going into the Pakistan picture, what this survey was done in 2018 in Pakistan, and there are some statistics which needs to be shared with you. In Pakistan, 4 out of 10 children under 5 years are age are stunted, while 17.7 suffer from wasting. The double burden of malnutrition is becoming increasingly apparent, with almost 1 in 3 children underweight, alongside a high prevalence of overweight 9.5. In the same age group, the prevalence of overweight among children under 5 are almost doubled over 7 years, increasing from 5% in 2011 to 9.5% in 2018. We will discuss these stunting, wasting, and then nutrition next slide. Stunting is a major problem in Pakistan. 12 billion children with a low height for age. The national coverage average is 40.2, but few provinces which are above this national coverage, like Sindh, Balochistan, KP, and GB, their coverage is more than 40. Only the province of Punjab and capital territory Islamabad, they are below the 40, and in yellow lines. Otherwise, whole of the Pakistan is in red lines. Since 1997, the prevalence of low weight for height among young children is on the rise, from 8.6 in 1997 to 15.1 in 2011 and 17.7 in 2018. Means gradually low weight for height is increasing from 1997 till 2018. Means we are going into the grave of the situation, not improving. Despite improvements in other socio-economic indicators, acute malnutrition remains in a state of nutrition emergency. Uh, if acute malnutrition is above 15%, it is called nutritional emergency. Means we divert all our resources to that area, to that country, to that province. There, Pakistan is not tackles like that. Only GB is 9.4%, which is yellow. Otherwise, whole Pakistan is above in red lines. The prevalence of underweight among children under 5 years of age, weight for age, is high in all provinces regions, from 19.2 in Islamabad are capital territory to 41.3 in Sindh. So Sindh, Balochistan and KP area, they are FATA special FATA areas. They are above they are in red lines. Looking at the types of nutrition, one is protein, energy, malnutrition, and other is micro. Protein, energy, malnutrition is marasmus and cholesterol. Marasmus is caused by the deficiency of the uh, energy, and cholesterol is caused by the deficiency of the protein. Due to protein deficiency, cholesterol means edema development. Most widespread condition affecting the child health or triggers for this undesirable conditions are scarcity of suitable food. Either we have scarcity of food or we don't know how to take a balanced food or diet. Due to these problems, children are in malnutrition, lack of purchasing power, people don't have resources to purchase all the necessary food items. Beliefs and taboos about food means beliefs and taboos that babies get has got diarrhea. They what they do? They don't give any food to them until uh, they have a diarrhea. So, and female babies, they give food to male babies first and female babies later on, and good food to male babies and remaining food to female babies, and other such taboos, they are present in our culture, in our society. Documents reveal that malnutrition is the underlying cause of 50% of all deaths among the children under 5 years. Major cause of one of the major cause of the under 5 year children. About 15% of the under 5 children were found to be underweight globally in the year 2006 to 2012. This ranges from 1.5 in the developed countries to 24% in the developing countries. Malnutrition, 1%, not more than 2% in developed countries. And situation in developed countries is that it is up to 24%. Pakistan, if we go look at the graph, we'll see later on, Pakistan is second most in such countries. What could be done? Prevention and treatment of infectious diseases like diarrhea, measles, and other infections. I already told that these are interrelated with each other. Diarrhea, measles, and other such things. In infancy and childhood reduces also malnutrition. Prevention of child morbidities uh, breaks the stupid vicious cycle of infection and malnutrition. If we do the malnutrition, it will break the cycle. If we cover the infection, it will break the cycle. So we have to break anyone and improve both of them later on. Exclusive breastfeeding in first 6 months of life is very important for the same. But gradually, if we are looking in our homes and in our society, what we see that mothers, they are now going from exclusive breastfeeding to other types of milk, powder milk and buffalo milk and other such. So due to these things, due to such problems, babies are being babies are having diarrhea and other such problems. Again, they got ill, and due to these reasons, the nutrition of babies not good. They are going ultimately are going into the malnutrition. Specific nutrition deficiencies are also present, other than other food items, uh, like iron and iodine and other mineral deficiencies. They are also present. Identified as a major health and nutritional issue in Pakistan, more prevalent among the weaklings and infant characters by low birth rate. If the mother is malnourished, poor growth and high level of mortality among 12 to 24 months of age. If mother is having a health problem or not in a good nutrition, so ultimately the baby who are below 24 months or 2 years, they will suffer. It is estimated that about 37 of children suffer from the stunting in developing nations. These statistics we also already discussed stunting and these statistics. Micronutrient deficiency, one of the deficiencies called nutritional anemia and goiter and other problems which we will discuss. Due to the iron deficiency anemia, iron deficiency is called nutritional anemia, iron deficiency anemia, and deficiency of iodine causes goiter. To tackle these problems on national level, fortification of food is started. Now flour mills are they are therefore they are adding iron in the flour mills and on national level, salt is being iodized because fortified food is added to the individuals to whom where there's a major consumption of food. So major consumption of food is flow salt, and they are adding these minerals to major consumption foods to tackle the problem. Vitamin deficiency also by night blindness, and vitamin A also being fortified in ghee and other things to tackle the problem. Other problem is infections, like diarrhea, respiratory infections, measles, polio, tetanus, and tuberculosis, which are major problems in Pakistan. Now, accidents. If we are going to looking at the diarrhea is one of the major problem under 5 children. Respiratory problem, pneumonia is a major killer in the children. These are respiratory ones. Measles, killer disease, communicable disease in children under two, especially under 2 years. Especially in winter season, polio, in all countries, polio is eradicated except Pakistan and Afghanistan. And still this problem exists in Pakistan, means we are under threat due to the polio. Tetanus is one of the killer disease in children, and tuberculosis is not problem, but due to multi-drug resistance, now tuberculosis is spreading, is increasing in individuals and adults and children also. Accidents and poisoning, these are interrelated. When babies are falling or they are in the early stages of the walk, and they are not in senses, they are prone to accidents. So accidents is one of the major causes in children. Accident, poisoning, important health problems in developing countries, burns, poisoning, trauma, traffic accidents, falls, and trauma. Children face these problems. Uh, Last one is the behavioral problem. Identification of behavioral health problem can be tricky. Children abandoned by their families present with severe social health problems. In families where there's quarrel between the husband and wife, if they are having any problem at home, ultimately the babies they will face, and due to these problems, uh, the children at the home they can go into the stress, their nutrition will be compromised, and with the nutrition compromise of the nutrition, ultimately infections, and the cycle will be repeated again and again. Such children are indulged in the behavior problems and social practice. India alone harbors up around 1.5 million such children as estimated by International United. We don't have a studies in Pakistan of such cases, but such studies needs to be done in Pakistan to see how much this problem exists in Pakistan. Other factors, maternal health is compromised. It will ultimately affect on the child health and child nutrition, child development and growth. Family problems, as are already discussed, family problems ultimately have connection with the children, nutrition, growth and development. Socioeconomic circumstances means poverty and such situations will ultimately uh, affect the children. Environment, hygiene and bad environment and pollution, they have a relation, they have connection with the children health. Social support and health care. If parents don't have, they are alone, uh, living alone in the house, they don't have a support, and parents are also having job in somewhere. So, what will we see? The children, they will be being affected in nutrition, timing, care, and these problems will go into the behavioral ones. Maternal health, child health adversely affects if the mother is malnourished, too young, less than 18 years, means she is not able to handle such situations and take care of their children or their nutrition. Too old, more than 35 years, too old mothers have many problems health related, and due to these, children will be malnourished. Very frequent pregnancies, less than 2 years, are consecutive pregnancies. Too many children means more than 4 children, and the mother will not be able to take care of all, so all, all of you will be affected. Deprived of basic pregnancy care. If a mother is deprived of antenatal care, they don't have good antenatal care, good antenatal visits, and to find the high risk pregnancies. So ultimately, it will affect the development of the and growth of the child. Family child reflects the family health. These are the all problems which we have already discussed. Socioeconomic circumstances, we have already discussed these socioeconomic circumstances. Environment also affects bad environment and hygiene, and causes diarrhea, pneumonia, infections, and children develop cyst. These are these are the major problems which are caused by the uh, uh, which cause malnutrition and bad health situation in children. So we have discussed, if we are going to the summary, we have discussed malnutrition, infection, parasitosis, accidents, poisoning, and behavioral problems, one by one. If any student have any query or question, they can arise now. Uh, just wait a few seconds time. Yes, sir. Okay. Yes. If any student any query or question, they can ask, but one by one, because all of these students will ask. I will not understand any question of the student. Please.
எவ்வளவு பேலன்ஸ் வரும் ஏ 400 தானே 100 தான் டேட்டா கூட டேய்
Hello. Hello. Any question from any student?
अनम्यूट करें सोनिया आप अपने आप अनम्यूट
Unmute. Yes.
बेटा आपके पास रिक्वेस्ट है आप अनम्यूट करें अपने आप को रेज हैंड क्या सोनिया सोनिया
sir
What's art?
sir D Sonia 175 sir
Yes.
what is ICG
ICG.
yes sir
बेटा कहाँ पे लिखा हुआ था?
सर आपकी स्लाइड्स में था ये
ICT बेटा ICT है ICT ये कैपिटल टेरिटरी
Yes,
इस्लामाबाद
sir. Yes, sir.
एग्जैक्टली
Yes, sir. अच्छा.
कैपिटल टेरिटरी यानी इस्लामाबाद एरिया बेटा और
बस
इसके अलावा
सिर्फ यही query थी.
एनी अदर स्टूडेंट Any other student? Any question?
लेक्चर में आए लेक्चर में क्या है क्या है ना अगर पूछना तो मतलब कंटेंट
Should I close my lecture now? Okay, thank you so much. If anybody need any query, they can ask a question in WhatsApp group, and also they can see this presentation again. You can go into the link in the YouTube and listen again and discuss this problem again with us anytime. Thank you so much.